Hello. The lock that we have here today is an ASSA Desmo with 8 sliders and 0 masters. So just before we begin, I want to talk a little bit about the lock itself. The lock itself came with this piece right here, which would go on the lever. But since it was interfering with the vise, I decided to take that part off. It doesn't interact with the cylinder, so that's probably not that shouldn't be an issue. On the back, I have this screw became completely stripped, so I drilled that out. Right now, it's only being held on by one screw. But because because the lock retention is handled by the back being on here, that should be enough in order to make sure it's not sliding back and forth more than usual. So looking at the, going to zoom in. Okay, looking at the key, this is for the left side and for the right side. Let me get this up and into the vise. The last detail is that I have the mark in order to, that's mostly in order to be able to tell if the core is actually turning. The body itself, sometimes it might slide like this, and if the Sharpie on the top piece doesn't move, then it's not actually the lock being opened. All right. Oh, last thing is the key. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm starting on the left side. Starting at the front with one. One is loose. 2 is loose. 3. Okay, 3 is set. 4. I think 4 might be set. No, we'll come back to that. Number 1. Number 1 should be set, and number 2. All right, so I felt a little rotation. Let me check. Okay, 1 is set. 2 is set. 3 is set. 4 is set. All right, so we're going on to the right side. I'm going to start this one from the back with, I'm going to keep the numbering, so 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. So here, 1. Oh. All right, 1 is 4 is set. 3. I think that's set. Looking at 2. 2 is loose. 1 is loose. Let me look back at these again. 4 looks good. Back on 2. So 1. All right, and they were open. All right. Keeping that in frame. All right, I'm also going to zoom out a little bit. All right. All right, so I'm going to dump out that side right there. And the same thing for this side. Luckily, I saw exactly where that went. And there we go. All right. So I have 8 sliders here. So I'm going to start with, let's see. So this side should be on the left. So this one I'm going to choose 4. Three. Two. And slide this back a little bit. All right. And so this is the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do the next 4 up here to keep the row separate. All right. So this one is 4. 3. 2. And 1. Okay. There are 2 additional anti-drill pins up here. That is still the screw that was stripped out. One thing to note is that this, I'm going to zoom in on this. So this lock Never came with the retention pins. So the screw goes into, or not the screw, the spring goes into that hole with the sidebar laying in here as well. And there is no additional pin that would be pinching into the into this piece. Just all right, so I'm gonna set that there. Give a zoom in on the sidebars. Here are the left four, and we can see that these are all of these have only one true gate, and then the same thing for the right side. And yep, that's everything. All right, thank you. Goodbye.